Hey, I'm Scott. Welcome to Mojave Desert Domes, and we're in the middle of a super Adobe build. And I want to give you a quick little piece of advice about when you're filling your bags with your mix. So let's take a look here. Now, as you can see, what you want to do is you want to use a long stretch of bag. A lot of people will use individual sandbags, and you could go that route, but I'll tell you, it is more trouble than it's worth. You spend most of your time tucking the bags and folding the bags, and what you really want to do to maximize your time and your resources is get yourself a long roll. If you want to support a great cause, you get your roll from Cal Earth. Look at my shadow. Hey everybody. So you want to get your roll from Cal Earth, and that will support them. They are a nonprofit, and they are teaching people how to do this and how to empower themselves to build their own super Adobe homes. So you want to get a big roll. Now, a problem that you will find is, well, you've got to slide all of that material down this long tube, okay? But this little trick actually does two things at once. Number one is you can see the end of your bag is going to fray. And when you're putting your bucket up to the end of that bag, it's going to get caught on these frays and you're going to spill your mix. I have another video about the quality of your mix. If you think your mix is nice and moist, chances are it's probably too wet. This is probably just as wet as you would want it. You want it to be still crumbly, otherwise you're going to get what's known as the jelly roll. So that's number one, is you want to have a good mix that slides in here, and in order to avoid spilling, not only do you have to have a good mix, but you're going to want to fold this tube inside of itself. So you reach in through the bag, you grab it, and then you pull it, so you're turning it inside out. So essentially half of this bag is inside out. You see that? And it does two things. Number one, it makes the length half of what it would be, so that you can do a continuous long piece, right? Because the longer and more continuous, it saves time, it saves resources, right? And it's structurally, it's the strongest to have a long continuous row. And when you're done, it looks pretty, it looks beautiful to have long uninterrupted rows. So you're going to need to fold it in half, and that will give you a length that is manageable, because once the length gets too much, you're sliding all this material down this tube and it becomes really difficult, and you're holding your arms up to shake it down, and that will tire you out real quick. So this is probably about as long as I'd want to do it, but when you turn half the bag inside out, it makes it a manageable length. And as I was saying before, instead of dealing with those frayed edges, you've got a nice clean edge to put your bag, to put your bucket up against, so that when you're pouring your stuff in there, you don't have these frayed edges that get caught and you don't spill your mix. So that's just a tip. If you like this tip, if you found this useful, hit the subscribe and the bell notification, and then you'll be building along with me. Now, before you invest in all the supplies and things that you need, watch a couple of my videos and check out my blog. It's called scottsuperadobe.blogspot. And if you just search Scott Super Adobe, you'll find that. Try to say that 3 times fast. Scott Super Adobe. But you'll see this whole build. Every day we took photographs and made a blog entry, and every day is a blog entry, every build day. So here's my Portland cement, and there's my generator. I didn't even have this generator when I built this. We built this mixing it all by hand. So if you want to know how long it took, what's that? Is that a hummingbird? I mean, oh, that's one of those flying beetles. Yeah, if you want to know how long it took, just go on my blog and you will see how many days it took to build this thing. Literally every blog entry is a day, and you know, we didn't work every day, but you can add it up. The thing is, you need some rest days, otherwise you're going to burn yourself out. So, you know, if you're building in a beautiful place, take a day off and go run around in the sunshine, or, you know, go exploring your property or the areas near your property, because that will re-energize you as to like why you came out in the middle of nowhere to build anyways, right? So that's just a tip about folding your bag in half so that you can avoid this frayed bag, and you can also use longer sections and still keep it manageable. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time.